King of the United Kingdom has officially announced the rollout of digital ID.
My ministers will also proceed with the introduction of digital ID that will modernize how citizens interact with public services.
The King of the Commonwealth himself is now backing the digital identification system that many warned was coming for years. And if it's happening in the UK, it's only a matter of time before it comes to Australia, Canada, and the rest of the Commonwealth nations. This is no longer a conspiracy theory. This is real. This is happening right now. Digital ID, AI surveillance, face tracking cameras, mass data collection, 4K monitoring systems. The dystopian future people laughed about is now being built in front of our very eyes. Governments around the world are moving towards a system where your identity, movement, finances, and online access become increasingly centralized and monitored. This is massive news. Share this video far and wide. People need to understand what is coming. God bless the world.
Hey, shalom, shalom, Akim. Start by giving all glory, honor, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, and teacher, move well. Peace and salutations be to hopeful elect. I'm Brother Tazwam, coming at you from the GMS Tampa camp down here in Tampa, Florida. Now this lesson is going to be going into King Charles moves towards digital IDs. All right. There's a video out about him. Put in the intro, Lord willing. But basically, this nigga ready to go. You know, they ready to go forth. He said, yes, we will be moving forward with digital IDs, man. Okay, it says from LifeSite, it says King Charles announces UK government will introduce digital ID. All right. And these devils have been planning to do something like this for a very long time. And you got a lot of people coming out, a lot of whistleblowers coming out saying they're going to do what Bill Gates has been trying to do for the longest. But I would go as far as to say it's not Bill Gates' idea. This guy is just a puppet. He's just the face of the whole thing, you know. But you got to ask him who's his boss. All right, when you talk about things like he didn't get his doctor came out saying that he didn't get his kids yabbed. Okay, but he was the one who came out with the yab, funding the yab and all sorts. Okay, but he didn't get his kids yabbed up. All right, that right there is proof in itself. He's not in control of those things that he's saying on the big screen. He's the face. Your pause show to watch to understand that better is the show called Utopia on Amazon Prime. All right, where they use I forget what they call. I think they call him the rabbit. They use the rabbit. All right, the rabbit was someone who the elites chose to be the face of their plans. Okay, of executing their plans. All right, but he was called the rabbit, and he was the face of it. Come to find out, even his wife was a spy, an agent against him, trying to kill him. All right, if he went off from the plan, she was given that mission to take him out of the game. Okay, so these guys ain't really in control over anything. Same thing with Trump. Same thing with Elon Musk. These guys aren't in control of their destinies. You gotta understand, if you're getting all this money and you got a face in this world, somebody is controlling the things that you're putting out there in the world. They're not gonna let you come with your own message and be your own being and your own person in their society, in their kingdom, without them monitoring you and controlling your every word, your every thought. Okay, they can't get to your thoughts yet, but that's what they're going towards. You had Trump fly out with all these technocrats over there to meet up with Xi Xi Jinping, okay, the president of China, or the leader of China, to talk about Taiwan. All right. He said, "Did you have any talks with Xi Jinping about Taiwan yet?" And he just kept ignoring the questions. Okay, but Xi Jinping said, "Ain't nothing. This whole conflict with Taiwan is going to end up causing a war between America and China." Okay, and they said he was bold enough to say something like that. And if he was bold enough to say something like that, that means he's got the means to back it up. All right, and it's true. America is losing in this war of technology. They're meeting over technology and technology advancements. Okay, that's why Trump brought his technocrats, brought all them boys over there. All right, because China is kicking their ass in that area, in that field, and they fighting over Taiwan because Taiwan is a major chip producer. All the chips you get in your laptops, the chips you have in your iPhones, MacBooks, whatever, iPads, all those things, even your Androids. Taiwan is mass producing 60% of the world's microchips. Okay, and I assume that in order for China or America to take things to the next level, they're going to need to have complete dominance over Taiwan. But this conflict between China and America over Taiwan has to be settled first. They got to come to some kind of agreement, whatever it may be. All right, because I believe Taiwan gonna mass produce them RFID microchips for America. Okay, and that's gonna take them into the next phase, the next level of the NWO. Okay, which is for the digital ID. Okay, which is biometric payments, biometric ID. All right, you have Bill Gates come out and say what? He said, let's see if I can grab it. Bill Gates. Because this is actually being said in real life, man, real time. And this is, and I say that because it's in the scriptures, and people call the scriptures a fairy tale. Oh, that's not real. That's never going to happen. Okay. Let's see. This nigga says something along the lines of mankind. Come on, it says Bill Gates is advocating for governments to adopt digital public infrastructure, which links biometric IDs, select it, biometric digital IDs to bank accounts and payment systems. Okay. Gates argues this system helps reduce poverty and efficiently deliver social services, agriculture data, and health records. All right, so let's highlight that part. All right, because nobody want to believe in the scriptures until it's right in their fucking hand or in their forehead. It says, Bill Gates is advocating for governments to adopt digital public infrastructure, which links biometric digital IDs. What the hell is a biometric digital ID, right? So first we'll start by going into the word biometric. What is the definition of biometric? It says, biometric refers to the automated measurement and analysis of unique physical or behavioral human characteristics. It is primarily used for identification, security, and access control, enabling systems to verify a person's identity based on who they are rather than what they know, like a password. Okay, so biometrics, right? Now let's grab biometric digital ID. Digital ID biometrics refers to the use of unique physical or behavioral traits like facial scans, fingerprints, or iris scans. Look, you see, you got scans twice, or fingerprints. It says to verify a person's identity in a digital environment. This technology securely links a user's physical presence to their electronic credentials. Okay, so as the elders and apostles of Great Millstone has been telling you this entire time. All right, the MOTB is the mark of the beast, the chip. Okay, but you got scoffers like Nate saying it's June, ain't no microchips. It's June, but he probably already got one, you know, and Lord forbid he does. All right, but he's basically advocating for it. When you sell out, you have to do such things. Okay, why do you think they're able to have that 5,000 man march? All right, in the streets of Babylon, you think they're doing that without permission? No, hell no. They get in that bag. You think they get all these nice outfits from? They get in the bag. You sold out for the bag, man. Okay. So, let's grab this book of Revelations. You know where this is going. Because it's all in the scriptures. They just said scan, scan, scan. They're going to put a chip in your ass, man. Their ultimate goal is to put a chip in you. And it ain't Bill Gates' goal. It ain't the elite's goal. It ain't the leading banking family's goal that's over the heads of the world. It's the Lord. He's going to mark those that are marked for destruction. Okay? To show the difference. What the scriptures say, hurt not mine anointed. Okay, or hurt not those that sigh and cry and have the mark of exemption upon their foreheads. Okay? It's going to be real easy to tell who ain't got the mark of exemption when you got the mark of the beast in you. Revelations 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, and free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay. We'll grab verse 15, Salakia. Verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. The image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, he's bringing those, that total control. These people, you're talking about it today, okay? Bringing Rome's ways revived. The traditions of Rome, the ways of Rome, their harsh draconian measures, okay? Their ultimate control, they're bringing that back alive. Okay, that wound, the beast with the deadly wound which was healed, okay, that's being healed now, man. Okay, through this NWO. They're getting ready to make that happen. That's why the Lord say when they get ready to fill their belly, he going to cut it open and rain it down upon them. Because they're about to accomplish the things that they've been lusting to accomplish this entire time. So bad. Okay, ultimate control. That's all they want. They don't want you to be able to think freely. All right? They want to chip in you so that, and he said, what? You want to merge your payment systems and your identification documents into one. Okay, by scanning you. Biometric digital ID means it has something to do with your body. Bio goes into body, into the human body, man. Okay? They want to put their mark on you so they can scan you just like the products in the stores, because that's what they see you as, a fucking product. Okay? Granted, if you were slaves, you were a product. They can sell you to another plantation. They can do whatever they want with you. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay? And your banking systems and your credentials, your identification credentials, all gonna be inside that chip. When they scan you, they're gonna know who you is, where you from, what you've done. You're gonna know your record, your history, okay? Your present, what you're doing now, where you work at, okay, what bank you know what I'm saying? Bill Gates said we don't need banks, but we do need a banking system. All right. They want to eventually do away with the banks. Okay, it says what you see in the process already. and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So there you go. There you have it. It's in the scriptures. Nobody got to say anything to you plainly anymore. It's in the scriptures. All you got to do is open the book and read. You can use this to cut up them pastors in church who teaching you, okay, God is all love. God accepts you as you are. All right, you can go bring this to the pastor. They're gonna look confounded. They're gonna tell you straight up, look, man, I'm just trying to get my paycheck, man. All right. I don't really dig too deep in that stuff, man. I just need a paycheck. And that's how they feel deep down, quite literally. These guys aren't spiritual men, okay? You got to understand that we're being actively oppressed by the oppressor, the devils, Satan, or the adversary, Esau, Edom. Jake be walking around in a dumbfounded state and a deep slumber. You got to wake up and remember your fucking history, man. These devils took us off our land, brought us over here to be slaves. And they're actively still opposing and oppressing us. We are still in their system. You think these devils looking out for your benefit? You jakes that went and laid down your arm on their fucking metal table and got the fucking the juiced, okay? You're as dumb as a box of rocks. What makes you want to trust this devil with the track record he got? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell without it. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So it's 666. Okay. And you got them small hats up there on 666 and 5th Avenue. What the fuck made them choose that building? Okay, the small hats are behind all the things. All these things are really elite banking families, okay? But it all ties back to the devil. They're all Edomites, okay? The head families, the royal families of Edomites, this is their plan, okay? They congregate with Satan. They congregate with spiritual demon Satan on the left-hand side, man. Okay? Trying to figure out what should be done next. And you know Satan is the son of the Lord. He telling them the plan. This is what you gonna do. Do this, this, and this. All right? As the scriptures say, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. Nothing can come to pass without his permission. So you know how this is going. You must prepare. Spiritually, okay, physically, mentally. And by physically, I mean what? Getting your body right, getting in good health, getting in shape. All right? You don't want to be going into Jacob's trouble in the time where you can't rely on this devil and you fucking sick. But the scripture also tell you what? That we shall be wholly dependent on the Lord. We ain't going to be stayed upon him that has slain us anymore. We ain't going to be stayed upon the oppression. And we ain't going to depend on him no more. We're going to depend wholly on the Lord, YAHAWASHI, for all of our needs and our necessities. He's going to heal us. Provide us with food, clothing, a place to sleep, water, okay? We ain't got nothing to worry about. You niggas that's out there trying to live your life in wickedness, you got much to worry about, all right? You getting distracted with all these Twitch streamers, okay? The celebrity news, these new shows coming out, new songs coming out. These people are literally caught up in the bread and circus while there's a war going on outside the stadium, okay? You need to get your ass out of that stadium and wake up to the real world. Because what's going to happen is reality is going to smack your ass upside the head like a metal bat. And when you wake up, you already going to be chipped and dipped. When you realize, by the time you realize, okay, that the prophets have been warning you, you already been chipped and dipped. Okay? Nukes in the air. All right? Dang, man. What have I done? So you got breaking out and brutal sores all over your body. This devil's getting ready to put his foot on your neck, man. He looks at you as nothing more than objects, slaves, cattle, goyim. Okay? In so many different ways. So many different versions. The small hats call you goyim. America calls you consumers. Debt slaves, whatever. Let's grab it. in the book of Isaiah, chapter 36 and verse 6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, meaning if you depend on it, it will go into his hand and pierce it. Prophecy. If you depend on Egypt, you depend on your oppressors, they're going to pierce your hand, man. With what? Their mark. Okay? You're going to get pierced with the mark to show that you dependent upon the world. You dependent upon your oppressors. You trust in oppression. You dependent upon the enemy instead of the Lord. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. You trust in this fucking devil? You trust in Esau, Edom, who the Lord is going to do away with completely and wholly? The only nation that's going to go extinct upon the face of the earth is who you trust in. Seriously? All right? They the real dinosaurs. That's going to go extinct, man. Okay? Yeah, that's going to go extinct. But if you trust in him, guess what? He's gonna put his insignia on you to prove that you trust in him. If you trust me, prove it. Get this chip and show me that you trust me. That's what he's gonna do. And in simpler terms and simpler words, cutting straight to the point, he basically wants you to prove that you trust him by taking his mark. Let me put my signature on you. They know what's going on, man. These devils ain't in the dark. They're not dumb. They're not stupid. Scriptures say they are wiser than Daniel. Okay? You are wiser than the children of light. Because look how deep they think. The scriptures say the inward thoughts of this man's heart is deep. Let's grab this. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. So this is a completely different type of people in the earth. That's why the scripture calls them the children of wickedness. That was their identification. That was their first identification upon the face of the earth. They tried to hide it so desperately. Okay, taking on all these different names. Okay, all these different races they call themselves. All these different nations they call themselves. But it all ties back to Cain. It all really ties back. Yeah, it all ties back to Esau, Edom. Tying back to Cain. Tying back to the serpent. All right? It's really just tying back to Satan. This is the physical counterpart of Satan. All right? The scripture says Satan runs the world. It ain't talking about a man, a red beast man with horns and a pitchfork, okay, and a skirt on underneath the earth, deep in the ground somewhere. No, this nigga's on the face of the earth, right in your face every day. Esau, Edom, okay, and the Lord and Satan. The word Satan really goes into adversary. He's the opponent, the natural blood-born opponent. All right. Let's grab this in a, I want to grab this in NLT, because this one's serious. NLT. For evil people can't sleep until they've done their evil deed for the day. They can't rest until they've caused someone to stumble. And this is Esau, Edom. This is why he's a completely different people upon the face of the earth, because a lot of people can't sleep when they find out that they caused somebody to stumble. They killed somebody. They hurt somebody. They lose sleep over shit like this. This devil cannot sleep unless he does this. Okay? That's why he has to be destroyed off the face of the earth. The Lord got to get him up out of here. That's why he's got the worst judgment coming upon him. And none's going to pity him. Scripture say, who shall pity? Because he was created to do these things. All right? So stay tuned, man. Just stay up, stay on your watch tower, and look out for what's coming. Because this devil is constantly mounting attacks. And he's always making plans. Okay? Consulting against the hidden ones. Alright? Truly, if this lesson was edifying to you, I'll keep not worth to listen to sincerity. So next time, Yasharallah, call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM,